Yes, dear students, very good afternoon to all of you. Yesterday, we have started our second chapter of SSC, that is India, the Northern Mountains. Dear students, let's revise the main points of this chapter within 2 minutes. The Himalayas is the highest mountain range in the world, and the word Himalaya means the home of the snow. And second important thing was Mount Godwin Austen, or you can say K2. This is the highest mountain peak in India. Which is the highest mountain peak in India? K2. And this is the second highest peak in the world. And which is the highest mountain peak in the world? Mount Everest. Mount Everest is the highest mountain peak in the world, and K2 is the second highest mountain peak in the world. Okay, and the Himalayan mountain ranges extend from Jammu and Kashmir in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east, as I have shown you in the map also. The Himalayan mountain range, this extends from Jammu and Kashmir in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east. They extend for about 2,500 kilometers from west to west. This area is about 2,500 kilometers. And dear students, I told you yesterday that these mountain ranges are, there are three mountain ranges. First one is the Greater Himalayas, or you can say Himadri. Second one is the Lesser Himalayas or Himachal. And the third one, the Lower Himalayas, or you can say Shivalik. The Greater Himalayas or Himadri, they are located in the extreme northern part of Himalayan mountains. Extreme northern part. Okay, the Greater Himalayas are located in the extreme northern part, and the Lesser Himalayas are located towards the south of Greater Himalayas. And then the Lower Himalayas, they are located in the southernmost mountain range. Okay, these were the main points of this chapter that we have started yesterday. Today we will start with the importance of the northern mountains. What are the importance of, what is the importance of these mountains? The northern mountains are very useful. They are very helpful to us. How? First one is they act as natural barrier against the enemy. That means they protect us, they save us from the enemies. Second is they protect us from the cold winds coming from the north direction. The second use of northern mountain is they protect us from the cold winds which are coming from the north direction. Third is they check the monsoon winds and provide heavy rainfall. Monsoon winds are the winds that provide us rain. These northern mountains, they check the monsoon winds and provide us heavy rainfall. Next one is many rivers originate from these mountain ranges. Rivers originate means begins. Number of rivers begin from these mountain ranges. For example, you can see in this map also, this is Ganga, Yamuna, Ghagra, and this is Kosi. These are some of the rivers that originate from these mountains. These rivers begins from these mountains, northern mountains. Next is the thick forest, fifth one. The thick forests provide us with valuable timber wood. The thick forest or the dense forest, they provide us valuable timber wood. Timber wood means the wood used for building and carpentry. These are home to several wild animals also. Several wild animals live in these forests. Where the wild animals live? They live in forests. So we can say that these mountains are the home to many or several wild animals. Dams have been built across some rivers to produce electricity. Okay, these are some of the uses of the northern mountains, how they help us. Okay, you have to six points are given. You have to learn at least 4. Okay. Yes, dear students. Next is checkpoint. What does the word Himalaya mean? Yesterday I also discussed the same. What does the word Himalaya mean? It means the home of snow. Second is, which is the second highest mountain peak in the world? The second highest mountain peak is, Saurabh, what are you doing? Second highest mountain peak is K2. Okay. Yes. Third one is, what is the other name of the lower Himalayas? The other name of lower Himalayas is Shivalik. Okay. Other name for greater Himalayas is Himadri. Other name of lesser Himalayas is Himachal. And the other name for lower Himalayas is Shivalik. Students, please don't draw anything on the screen. This is my last instruction. Next is states and union territories in the northern mountains. How many states and union territories are there in these mountains? First is Jammu and Kashmir, then Himachal Pradesh. I am going to mark Jammu and Kashmir, then Himachal Pradesh, then Uttarakhand, Sikkim, West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, this is Assam, then Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura. Okay. Nirav, you haven't listened my instruction? Yes, dear students. The northern mountains are located in a number of states, as I have shown you on the map. These are Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, and the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Now, Jammu and Kashmir is not a state, it is a union territory. The lifestyle of people differs from state to state. Their lifestyle of people, their way of living, their occupation, everything is different from state to state due to varied landforms. Varied landforms mean different landforms. Means different landforms means there are mountains. In some areas, there are low hills, there are valleys, and different climatic conditions also. Different climatic conditions means different weather conditions. Okay, the lifestyle of people who are living in these states their lifestyle is different from state to state because of different landform and different climatic conditions, weather conditions. The climate is cool during the summer season. It is very cool. Extreme cold is there in the winter season. The climate is cool during the summer season, but very cold. Sorry, it is cool in summer season and very cold in the winter season. We will study about the lifestyle of people in some of these states and union territories. First of all, we will study about Jammu and Kashmir. Now it is a union territory. The union territory is known, this union territory is known for its natural beauty. Jammu and Kashmir. This is Kashmir is very beautiful place to visit and is called paradise on earth. Paradise, or you can say heaven. That means this place is very beautiful. So it is given the name paradise on the earth. Which place is given that name? Jammu and Kashmir. It is surrounded by snow-covered mountains. Here the mountains are always covered with snow, almost throughout the year. Okay, almost throughout the year, these mountains are covered with snow. The Dal and Vular lakes are in the Kashmir Valley. The Dal and Vular, these two lakes are very popular in Kashmir. Here the houseboats are used as hotels and shikaras as floating shops. In Kashmir, the houseboats, they are used as hotels, very amazing thing. But this is happen in Kashmir. The houseboats are used as hotels and shikaras, a type of boat. This is used as floating shops. Srinagar is the summer capital. Again, different thing in this area. Srinagar, two capitals are there. In summer season, Srinagar is the capital of Jammu and Kashmir, and Jammu city is the capital in the winter season. Okay, Srinagar is the summer capital. In summer season, Srinagar is the capital, but in winter season, Jammu city is the capital. The tourists come here from different parts of India. Tourists means visitors. They come here to visit this beautiful place from all parts of India and also from many countries of the world. The tourists or visitors, they come to see the beautiful places from different countries also. The main tourist attraction means the places where the tourists or visitors like to visit. These are Amarnath Cave, Gulmarg, Pahalgam, Anantnag, Vaishno Devi Temple. Students, I think you have heard about this religious place, Vaishno Devi Temple, and I think many of you have also visited this place also, Vaishno Devi. This is in Jammu and Kashmir. Again, I am repeating the main tourist names of main tourist places: Amarnath Cave, Gulmarg, Pahalgam, Anantnag, Vaishno Devi Temple. These are the tourist places in Jammu and Kashmir. Most of the people in the state are Muslims, Hindus, and Buddhists. The people who live here mostly they are Muslims, Hindus, and Buddhists. They speak which language is used in Jammu and Kashmir? Kashmiri, Dogri, and Urdu languages. People speak Kashmiri, Dogri, and Urdu languages in Jammu and Kashmir. Most of the men and women wear a loose gown, a type of cloth, loose gown called firan. Okay, most of men and women both, they wear a loose gown that is called firan. To keep warm, they use kangri. I have explained you the meaning in new terms, meaning of kangri. To keep warm, they use kangri with burning coal under the firan. Okay, to keep their body warm, they keep that kangri under the firan. Special Kashmiri tea is called kahwa. This is special Kashmiri tea. People used to drink this tea in Kashmir, and this is called kahwa. Okay. The main festivals celebrated in Jammu and Kashmir are Eid, Shivratri, Dashera, and Holi. These are the main festivals which are celebrated in Jammu and Kashmir. Harshita. Next is, again we are studying about the Jammu and Kashmir. Farming is the main occupation. What is the main occupation in Jammu and Kashmir? Farming. Mostly the people do farming there. They are the farmers. And the main crops grown are, which are the main crops grown in Jammu and Kashmir? Rice, maize, rajma, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and saffron. During the winter season, in winter season, that means in the month of November, December, January, February, during the winter season, people mostly stay indoor. Why they stay indoor? Because of extreme cold, and make handicrafts. Handicrafts means handmade things from wood. Okay, they make handicrafts. They make different things from wood and papier mâché. This is a new word. Papier mâché. Papier mâché means uh, this is a mixture of paper and glue. Glue means gum. Papier mâché is a mixture of paper and gum that becomes hard when dry. Then people use this mixture to make boxes and jewelry also. Okay. They also weave carpets and make woolen and pashmina shawls. Okay. These are the main occupation of the people living in Jammu and Kashmir. The main occupation is farming. They grow crops like rice, maize, rajma, fruits, vegetables. And during winter season, they remain indoors. They stay indoors. Okay, because of extreme cold. So they make during winter season, they make handmade things, handicraft. They use wood for handicraft. Papier mâché, I have explained you the meaning of this particular word. And they also weave carpets at home, and they make woolen and pashmina shawls also. That's all about Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, again I am repeating this. This is a union territory which is given a name, Paradise on Earth. Okay, the Dal and Vuller lakes are in the Kashmir Valley. These lakes are very popular. Srinagar is the summer capital, and Jammu city is the capital in winter season. The main tourist places are Amarnath Cave, Gulmarg, Pahalgaon, Anantnag, Vaishno Devi Temple, etc. Most of the people in this state are Muslims, Hindus, and Buddhists. And which language they use? Kashmiri, Dogri, and Urdu language. Most of the men and women both, they wear a loose gown. Okay, that gown is called firan. And to keep their body warm, they use a kangdi under their firan. And special Kashmiri tea is called kahwa. You can also see the picture of that kahwa. The main festivals celebrated in Jammu and Kashmir, they are Eid, Shivratri, Dussehra, and Holi. And the main occupation is farming, and people during winter season, people stay indoors and make handicrafts. Okay, I think uh, this is clear. Next is Ladakh. Let's study about Ladakh. Most people in Ladakh, again a union territory, Ladakh is a union territory, they are Buddhists. Leh is the capital city. Leh is the capital of Ladakh. They rear yak. Rear means bringing up. They look after or bringing up, or you can say rear yak and use it as a beast of burden. Beast of burdens mean these uh, yaks are very useful. They are used for transport. They are used to carry people or goods from one place to another. That's why they are called beast of burden. Pashmina from goats. Pashmina means wool that we get from the goat. Pashmina from goats is the main source of income here. There are many Buddhist monasteries. Monasteries, a religious place where Buddhists pray. Okay, like we Hindus pray in temples, we worship in temples, and Sikhs go to gurudwaras like them. Buddhists, they go for prayer in monasteries. Next is Himachal. Shimla is the capital of Himachal Pradesh, and the main tourist places are Shimla, Solan, Kasoli, Mandi, Dalhousie, Kangra, Kullu, and Dharamshala. I think many of these names are very familiar to you. These all are in Himachal Pradesh. Shimla, Solan, Kasoli, Mandi, Dalhousie, Kangra, Kullu, and Dharamshala. These are the very popular places in Himachal Pradesh where tourists like to visit. The train journey from Kalka to Shimla is the main attraction. The train journey from Kalka to Shimla. This is very interesting journey. The scenes are very beautiful. People mostly speak here in Himachal Pradesh, mostly people speak Pahadi language, Hindi and Punjabi. And which is a main festival celebrated here? Dussehra. Dussehra is the main festival of Kullu and Kangra. Most people in Himachal Pradesh are farmers. Main farm. And the main crops grown here: rice, maize, barley, potatoes, fruits, and vegetables. These are the main crops grown in Himachal Pradesh. Some people rear sheep and goats. People like to wear colorful clothes. In Himachal Pradesh, people wear colorful clothes. The men cover their heads with embroidered cap. In Himachal Pradesh, people, men, they cover their head. They wear embroidered cap on their head, and women use a scarf called dhaz. Again, I am repeating. Shimla is the capital of Himachal Pradesh, and the main tourist places are Shimla, Solan, Kasole, Mandi, Dalhousie, Kangra, Kullu, and Dharamshala. And the train journey from Kalka to Shimla is very interesting because of beautiful scenes. Here, the main languages used in Himachal Pradesh are Pahadi, Hindi, and Punjabi, and the main festival celebrated here is Dashera. Most of the people in Himachal Pradesh are farmers, which means they do farming, and the main crops are rice, maize, barley, potatoes, fruits, and vegetables. Here, some people rear sheep and goats. People like to wear colorful clothes. Men wear head on. They cover their head with embroidered cap, and women use a scarf called dhaz. Okay. Next is Uttarakhand. This state is formed by Garhwal and Kumaon region. This state, Uttarakhand, it is consist of Garhwal and Kumaon region. Garhwal, it consists of 7 districts. There are 7 districts in Garhwal and Kumaon region. Region means area. Okay, Uttarakhand, it is formed by 2 main areas, Garhwal and Kumaon regions. Garhwal consists of, there are 7 districts in Garhwal and 6 districts in Kumaon region. And its capital is Dehradun. And tourist places and religious places where people go for worship. Places of tourist and religious interest are Mussoorie, Nainital, Ranikhet, Badrinath, Kedarnath. These are religious places where people go for worship. Badrinath, Kedarnath, and Haridwar. Haridwar is a very familiar name, I think. The famous Kumbh Mela is held in Haridwar. Kumbh Mela is very popular, which is held in Haridwar. Students, Kumbh Mela was held few days back in Haridwar. Most of the people are either farmers or serve in armed forces. Means the occupation of the people living in Uttarakhand is farming or they are in army. The main languages spoken by the people, 2 main languages are there, Garhwali and Hindi. Yes, dear students, Uttarakhand, this state is formed by Garhwal and Kumaon region. Means this state uh, is formed by 2 main areas. There are 2 main areas, Garhwal and Kumaon. Garhwal, there are 7 districts in Garhwal, and in Kumaon region there are 6 districts. And Dehradun is the capital of Uttarakhand, and main tourist places or places of religious interest. They are Mussoorie, Nainital, Ranikhet, and Badrinath, Kedarnath, and Haridwar. These 3 are religious places. The famous Kumbh Mela is held in Haridwar. Most of the people, means the main occupation is farming, and a number of people they are in army. Main languages used here are Garhwali and Hindi. Now, the next one, Sikkim. Sikkim has high mountains and deep river valley. Valley means a lower area of land or mountain, okay, between hills, typically with there are narrow streams also flowing through it. Most of the people belong to Lapcha, Bhutia, and Nepali tribes. Mount Kanchenjunga in Sikkim is the highest mountain peak in Indian Himalaya. Which is the highest mountain peak in the Indian Himalaya? Mount Kanchenjunga. That is in Sikkim. This state is known for orchids. I have explained you the meaning of orchid in new term. Orchid mean a type of plant with different colorful flowers. The women wear long skirts called baku. And the folk dance of this particular region, folk dance means the dance of that particular region is mask dance. Okay. Next is West Bengal. Darjeeling is a popular hill station in northern part of West Bengal. Very popular hill station in West Bengal, Darjeeling. This region is known for high quality tea. This is famous for high quality tea. Yes, dear students, today we will read till here. Now it's your turn. If there is any query, you can raise your hands. Tomorrow we will complete this chapter and we will discuss its back exercise also. Okay. Is there any doubt? But dear students, only 5 minutes are left. Try to read the chapter and tomorrow I will discuss. I will take your queries. Okay. And also we will discuss the back exercise. Now I am going to over this lecture. Yes, dear students, take care. Have a nice day.